All right, this Bucks player is doing a great job banging with Dillon Brooks down low, okay? But let's see. Stop. His dribble just got picked up, okay? So now's the time to show your hands so you can slide east-west with Dillon Brooks when he goes this way. When you've got your hands on Dillon Brooks like this, you cannot slide east-west with him. You got to be in a defensive stance with your feet stationary away from the ball. Look at Jevon Carter. See how his feet are going inward? So now you have no chance of defending this ball screen. Look. You're going under. Ja Morant's already over the screen, and you still haven't even began to go under. Get your hands off Ja Morant away from the ball. Look at this little hand fighting right here. Ja Morant is going to use this little hand fighting to create space to beat you backdoor. See how he uses that to beat you backdoor? So now what? That draws a second defender right here, and it leaves the wing wide open. If you're Jevon Carter, you cannot lean towards this screen right here. Look at him leaning towards the screen. So now look how you're out of position to guard Ja Morant. Your hips opened up, and you're giving Ja Morant this angle. And again, what's the problem with that? Now when Ja Morant goes behind his back this way, you can't slide east-west with him. See, look at how you're just giving him more space. So now Ja Morant's, by that time, he's in the paint. And by that time, it's way too late. If you are Jevon Carter, you do not worry about matchups in transition. You just get to the nearest body. When you start worrying about matchups, this happens. I mean, what is there to say here? Bobby Portis, look at this gamble. This is a train wreck. Now you don't get it. God. Okay, if you are George Hill, you have got to get your feet set in a defensive stance at the three-point line. Look when George Hill gets his feet set in a defensive stance. In the paint. So you're just giving Ja Morant the paint. Yeah, that doesn't work ever. What is George Hill doing on this switch? Stop. Screen gets set. You're switching. Get underneath right now. Look at George. What is George Hill doing? Standing around. Oh, and then he mixes in a gamble just to top everything off. It's just laziness on Giannis's part. Brandon Clark just picked his dribble up. So if you are Giannis, he can't go anywhere. So just get up. Get up and be able to contest a shot if he takes it. Why is Giannis still separated from Brandon Clark? That he hasn't moved. What? Okay, this is just more laziness on Giannis's part, okay? I mean, and some communication issues. Right here, this player's got to say, I've got ball. So Giannis gets back to another body right here. What is Giannis doing? He's just what? Okay, God, this Grizzlies player is not setting a screen. He is just running through. So if you are Jevon Carter, focus on just sliding with Desmond Bane this way. Instead, look what Jevon Carter does. See how he's feeling out this player instead of just continuing to slide? So that's how Desmond Bane gets right to the rim. If you were Grayson Allen, you were doing a nice job defensively here, but you have the ability to contest this shot. You have every ability to get up and contest this shot, but not when you swipe down and gamble. Look at that little swipe down gamble. So now you can't contest this shot. I mean, if you're Brook Lopez here, you can't just backpedal when Ja Morant takes a couple dribbles. Look at you backpedaling. You've got to stay up. You've got to guard Ja Morant. I mean, if you have to, you can bring him into this defender here who's willing to help you, but you just backed up. What? Okay, so this Ja Morant 3 is already in the air, okay? So if you're Jevon Carter, you got to box out, okay? That's just elementary. So Jevon Carter doesn't box out, okay? But now you can't be a spectator. Bobby Portis has got Morant here, okay? Get out so you can rotate if the ball gets kicked out to the perimeter. But Jevon Carter's just standing in no man's land and as a spectator, so now he's late to get out. This cannot happen if you're George Hill. You can't be feeling out the screen early. Look at George Hill's head. Look at how he's feeling out this screen. So that's how Ja Morant goes off the screen the other way and blows right past you. Okay, this ball screen is being set at the free throw line. Any ball screen that is set this low, you have to just switch. There's no space to do anything else. So Brook Lopez has to come here. Jevon Carter's going to have to get underneath. But instead, you're running drop coverage with this little amount of space. This is in transition off of a make. Why are your feet not being set and in a defensive stance? When you backpedal, you just backpedal into giving up a layup. If you are Javon Carter right here, you cannot lean towards the screen early. Look at Javon Carter leaning towards the screen. So Ja Morant's going to blow by you the other way. If you're Grayson Allen, you got to get your hand off this Grizzlies player, because watch what this Grizzlies player does. Watch how he uses you using your hands on him to create space backdoor. I mean, how easy do you want to make it for Dillon Brooks? Get up and get Dillon Brooks out of the lane. Again, I have backside help right here for this player's role, because this Bucks player can occupy these Grizzlies players 2 passes away because we're pushing Dillon Brooks out here. I mean, again, how many people can make that shot? If you are Bobby Portis, why are you standing? Sprint back now. There is no other reason other than laziness that this cross-court pass gets made. Look at Bobby Portis still standing. Why did it take you so long to get off to the races? This is so sad. This is off of a make, okay? Ball's in the basket. If you are these 3 Bucks players, why are you not sprinting back now? Look at those Bucks players. One stands around to guard full court. The others jog back, and Ja Morant just blows right through everyone. You have to communicate in transition. Javon Carter's got to say, I've got ball right now. So this Bucks player knows to go to another body. When you don't communicate in transition and 2 people guard 1, what does that mean if your math is good? That means somebody from Memphis is wide open. Okay. Chris Middleton is guarding this Grizzlies player here. What is Chris Middleton doing? Not only are you not guarding this player here, but your eyes are on the ball and you have 0 idea what your man is doing. So, I mean, you might get beat backdoor that way. If you are George Hill, are you kidding? Look at the space to get over this screen. Get over the screen. You know how you don't get over a screen is when you feel out a screen for no reason. Look at George Hill feeling out that screen as opposed to just sliding and getting over it. So now 2 people have to go to the ball, and yeah. There is no reason for your feet to be stationary here, or there's certainly no reason for you to be going this way. This Grizzlies player is not going that way. Yet look at George Hill. Look at how he just went this way. So now you have no chance of getting over this ball screen. Horrible switch. Come on. If you are switching this ball screen underneath the screener right now, when you switch over the top of the screener, that happens every time.